Hello, this is Makana here, and I'm doing a reading for us today. And our reading is going to be tarot and oracle inquiring, what do I do with these lonely feelings? And we all have them, I'm pretty sure, unless we're part android. And I'd love to ask an android, do you get lonely feelings too? We're going to have 3 crystals. And we're going to have 1 tarot deck and several oracle cards. So we're going to pick first from Starseed Oracle. So for pile number 1, we have this beautiful card, Loosen Your Grip. And that will go with this beautiful rose quartz. Pile number 1. Pile number 2. We have Striving. Eventually, one's ego drive to make things happen falls away. So that's going to come with this beautiful stone. It might be called a rhodonite. If you know the name of the stone, please leave it in the chat. Okay, and pile number 3. What do I do with these lonely feelings? Body movement. And for that we have a beautiful special quartz, kind of a Merkaba. Okay, so pile number 1. Pile number 2. Pile number 3. Let's see the image. So pick which one you're energetically drawn to, and we'll begin our readings. Pile number 1. What do I do with these lonely feelings? This is the Queen of Swords. So you can see there's a lot of composure. She's someone who looks very collected, very strong. She is a lover of the arts, a patron perhaps. She puts her money where her mouth is, and she's not afraid to take a stand. And if you cross her, you might meet the pointy end of the sword, or the pointy end of the panther. The panther's watching her. It's like very tuned in with her movements and motions. Second card. The Chariot in reverse. Yes. So sometimes our feelings run away with us, no matter how poised we are or wish to appear to be. I think this is a little bit of about a battle between ego. Yes, this is about ego and perhaps inner child, ego and shadow. There's something going on where you're at odds with what is. Oh, hi. Anastasia wants to be a part of this. Oh, hi. Yeah. There's some reactivity and a sense of needing to make a decision, an important decision, quickly. There's a lot of pressures Tell me more about this choice. Okay, Page of Swords. So something you feel like your back's a little against the wall, you're poised, you're ready, but you're feeling a little bit out of your depth. Yeah, it's like you want to be seen as your best, most badass self. You're here to show up and rock and be a boss. And yet there's a little bit of knavery in the vibe. This choice, it's pushing you out of your comfort zone. So, yeah, the response here is definitely dealing with this coping mechanism. It's it could be a faulty coping mechanism, an addiction, or like either to, it doesn't have to be to a substance, to a reaction, to a way you're used to responding. And it could be an addiction to like a kind of placating of a wound with like, I'm getting like a shutting down. Like this figure here at the bottom looks very shut down. Like she's lost all her will to struggle, to fight. The cards are actually saying like, it's actually better to step back here, to put down the swords. There's a lot of swords in here, a lot of potential for conflict. You're sensing that you need to fight for this outcome to go your way. But this is an old story. I'm gonna take a look in our book here for Loosen the Grip. Things we cling to often cover up in most vulnerable space, the part we're most afraid to leave empty, the part we guard and don't let grace into. Yes, I'm getting all of that. Keeping the space covered with something doesn't serve us. Clinging to it for fear of it not staying of its own accord, we prevent ourselves from receiving the things that will stay of their own accord. Whatever we leave empty, grace will fill, said the Course of Miracles. And Buddha said, you can only lose what you cling to. The inquiry is, what are you clinging to for fear of nothing coming to take its place? Okay. Thank you, Pile 1. I hope this gives you clarity. This is just a gentle invitation to inquire and do something really nice for yourself, like massage your heart, take a foot soak, like get a little bucket and some essential oils and just like be kind to yourself, light some candles. Give yourself a indulgent movie night where you watch one of your favorite guilty pleasure movies. Okay, I'm lighting a candle. It's getting a little dark in here. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your vulnerable heart in this space. You don't have to be afraid. You are like so covered. I'm getting that. Like there's a lot of energetic protection here. The cats, like the two Black Panthers and there's two tabbies, two Black Panthers, 2 and 2. Yeah, it's sort of like there's this sense of needing to bring things back in balance. So just ask yourself like what coping mechanisms you've been overusing, and maybe you can find some balance in trying a new way, or even just leaving it empty until leaving that vulnerability and emptiness to percolate until something grows inside of you with a little bit of care and Yeah, definitely a lot of patience with yourself through this. Thank you for your tender heart. We need your tender heart in this big, crazy world. You can you can do a lot by keeping your heart really just like vulnerable. Not like so vulnerable, you're just like anyone, just like you still have your protective, like you could even do a meditation where you do like a protective shielding around yourself, and just keep listening to your heart. What does it want to say? You don't have to pour cement on top of that. Okay, so that coming for you, pile one. I know you're gonna shine through this and heed the wisdom of grace and find your center and your your panther fierceness. Okay, pile number two. This is your reading. Striving. I'm going to read this little card for you first. Eventually, the individual ego's drive to make things happen falls away, replaced with a relaxed, trusting openness to answers as they arise. Thank you, Divine, for letting me move with flow. And I was just reading about the pendulum principle of flow, that there's positive and negative forces constantly at work, and that's what pushes and pulls the pendulum this way and that. And when you're going with flow, there's a sense of ease and openness. It's like an exhale. And when we're striving, when we're going against flow, there's a sense of pressure and stress. So what do we do with these lonely feelings? First card. This is our Seven of Pentacles. So this is about what we have been manifesting. Here it's like the reverse is a little bit like we haven't been allowing what wants to arise for us. Like it's like our striving in a way is like blocking our own manifesting. So what do we do with these lonely feelings? Page of Wands. Page of Wands in reverse. So the page is like trying to illuminate the darkness. Here it's like the reversal, a sense of confusion of like where to put your energy. What do I do with these lonely feelings? What do I do with these lonely feelings? Eight of Cups. Okay, yeah, this is very clear. So initially, you wanted something that maybe it was not meant to be yours at this now moment. You wanted it so bad. You were like putting all your oomph into it because you thought you needed this something, this situation, this person. I'm getting that it's connected to the monetary because it is Pentacles, and yet we have Cups here, so we also have Wands. It's sort of like you could have put energy into building up your own reservoir to support you in your flow, and you sort of instead were like pushing. You've just been struggling. You've been trying really hard to get through what has been an unsatisfying situation. It's left you feeling like all your work is for naught. You're looking over your shoulder with like regret. It's sort of like the past is haunting you. It's literally like right there. It's like hovering. And you want to keep doing the work that's like healing. Like I see that there's been like shadow work, there's been like opening the darker reservoirs of your heart to just like let me please like get past whatever is like plaguing me and like causing me to like just like not have the flow and abundance and purpose and fulfillment that I know is truly possible. Like, and the sense that you have that is meant to be yours is meant to be yours. Like, yes, it is. And all things come in time, and things arise in unexpected ways. And it's like that sense of like, I should have had this, that is actually getting in the way of you being able to receive it. So like, whatever happened in the past, it's meant to evolve you. So in a way, you're getting way more riches, way more spiritual work, way more flow even can be possible by owning your story and taking power in it and telling it in a way that is regenerative for you and connects others to the sense of, wow, I went through that too, and that was so discouraging and so painful. And it's like I was hitting my head against the wall, or like I I lost my center, I lost my stability, I lost my financial flow, I lost my, like, you have been through it all. I get the sense that you're, if not having been through it all, it was a monumental loss that you had to walk away from. And with your eyes still fixed there, you're still in that striving place. So the invitation here is to like, you literally turn your cup around. Like you've been so, like your cup has been so empty that you have placed it upside down, being like, just like looking at it like, wow, like cup half empty, half full. Like this is just straight up empty. So your invitation is to like turn that over, like watch it fill up from the universe. Like, even if you only have your own tears at first, like you are filling it. And what's gonna transform you is this receptiveness and this flow. I keep saying flow. I know it's like move. It's, there's something here that needs to move. It's been stagnant. It's been going the wrong direction. It's sort of like you need acupuncture, like something even like to remind your auric field, your um what are they called? Meridians. Yeah, just like turning the meridians even. There's something reversed, and it's blocking your mindset because you're feeling like the flow is going in the wrong direction. And yet it just takes like a centering, like a rebalancing, and then a gentle nudge, and it all can like flow the right way. So it's like all that energy that you've been like, you're not a quitter, and you're not someone who gives up easily, and you have tremendous strength, and you have tremendous fortitude, and you can overcome this, because like all that energy that you've been pushing uphill and against the grain and turned to not, imagine if it was actually coming back to you. Like imagine if all that work was leading to more and more and more. So like, you don't actually have to imagine, because it is in the spiritual plane. Like all the lessons that you're going through are helping your spirit to ascend. Your job right now is to pause and reflect and center and nudge that flow in the direction. It's funny, like with the flow state, I'm sure you expect me to talk about positive energy. Actually, it's negative, which is so interesting. Like energetically, ions, it's the negative ions that are going to reverse this flow. So, like, negative ions make us feel positive. I know it's really confusing. I wish someone had thought about that when they named the ions. So, yeah, hope you can hear me in the dark out there. That's just like my own joke. Yeah, I know it's stupid. So you can find, yeah, it's like actually looking in the darkness, but not staying there. Like you're also being asked to look at your light, look at all the gifts that you've been given, look at your childhood when you felt light and bubbly. Try not to look back with resentment. Like find those pure moments and just like encapsulate that and have gratitude for that. Like I had that. And not that I had that, someone took that away. No, I had that, and it's my gift forever. mine to keep for always, to treasure. So you're entering this phase of transformation. This is huge. This is like dynamo, because everything that's been coming up as like deuces is coming up aces, is coming up royal flush. Card metaphors are coming up. Like it's something lucky. Like you're feeling like your luck is about to change. And that's definitely part of like you don't want to get into that with the striving. It's all about releasing that, and like the luck will begin to appear. Just saying thank you. Any good thing, saying thank you. Ken Honda talks about this. His book is called Happy Money. It's very insightful about flow and about financial flow. So if that is something that interests you, one beautiful takeaway is his message of 100 days of arigato, or just saying thank you. Thank you every day. Just say it as many times. Any good thing comes your way, or even anything that's possible that could be good. Thanking the universe for that possibility, and you're actually changing your own mindset from like fixating on what hasn't been working to like a refocusing. There's Yeah, that's really all I can say here, because you have it all. You have it all, pile two. Your striving is, it's almost like you've been, yeah, just asking the universe. So like, yeah, okay, so yeah, this is how it's meant to go. You know this. With your cup with little sparklies coming out, the tiger at the bottom, the fountain at the top, with the ancestral, like it's like this is part of your lineage. Yeah, getting right with your ancestors. They want this for you, so keep saying yes and keep saying thank you for all these beautiful wishes. And I thank you for taking this time to, yeah, reflect and start to sit with that centering. You have a lot of fire in you. Thank you for keeping burning. Keep it burning. You can start to see that candle now. Yeah, yeah. I definitely, it's like I knew I had to light those candles. I didn't realize I was lighting it for you, pal, too. Keep your candle lit, okay? Tend your flame. Okay, pile number 3. Thank you. Pile number 3, we have this wonderful body movement card. What do I do with these lonely feelings? Body movement. Okay, that's pretty clear. Just like dance it out, shake it out, chi it out. Let it move through you. Like we get so stuck in like our mindset sitting on a couch. What do I do with these lonely feelings? Okay, so sort of like this, the sense that you've been wronged. You have been wronged. Crap, man. What do I do with these lonely feelings? Yeah, this is about trauma. Yeah. What do I do with these lonely feelings? That card is literally about the body changing possession. And the rejuvenation card in reverse. Okay. Yeah, so whoever was like hurtful and cold and like calculating or like thinking they could win something by like whatever that was, whatever hurt you, like that was someone who felt like really powerful. You felt without any defense. and it blocked your healing process for some time. Like your body was stuck in remembering this. I deeply empathize, and I want you to know that you can change this and that you are not stuck. And the card of the Haymaker, what's coming up is like this light around your head, like you have been rising even though it appears the opposite. So like what slowed you down externally has like enriched your world internally. Like you actually are stronger with each and every experience and each and every thing that you've been healing in yourself, that you've been reclaiming from whatever tried to take or damage or wound in you. It's like you're growing back so much stronger. It's like almost like it's not even out of spite. It's just like, I deserve this. I'm claiming my own light now because I know I deserve it. And you have so many gifts to bestow. Like this card, it's so joyful. It's like that's where you want to be, but you've been feeling like it's not available. And like the interesting thing is that the cat here is like it's like familiar, like the two orange kitties. The It's like the sense of like you have allies, you have support, you have a guardian, maybe a literal guardian angel or guardian fairies. I have definitely communed with the fairies in the woods. I really recommend that. I know it sounds really like la la, but like go spend some time in a remote place where you would imagine fairies would hang out and like get in the mood to like revel with them the way they would want to revel. Like you could bring a musical instrument or just raise your voice and like move and flow, and like you could bring friends. It would be wonderful to like invite friends to dance in a circle with you. Find your tribe and get it get it moving through the body. That's It's like there's so many feelings that want to be expressed that sometimes do not have words. They don't have adequate forms of expression, and if we actually try, it's like we almost do a disservice to it. It doesn't mean it's not helpful to like write it out in poetry or prose or song or your journal. It's just that some words are not meant to be verbal. Like some, not words, but like some understandings, some experiences. And I'm thinking of the word satori, which means wisdom, like knowledge, like basically channeled from the universe, received directly to the heart. So like open that channel for yourself in whatever way, like whatever supports you. Maybe it's sacred cacao or another sacred medicine. Finding remote place where you can be undisturbed, even if it's your own living room, but like ideally somewhere in nature, and celebrate what is leaving, what is being like laid to rest, and like what is moving and coming. And it, sometimes we dance at funerals. Like I know not everybody, but like I feel the need to like move my body and like just let my heart like guide me to like shake it out. And okay, I want to know a little more about how do we get to rejuvenation? How do we get to healing? Okay, so this is the card of the moon. Here it's reversed. So this card is about seeing in the darkness. And so this is a call to like bring that light. I'm seeing like a bunch of candles. I'm seeing like a sacred circle where you're like seeding the light for yourself. You're like calling it in. you could think about that fairy circle like setting up crystals, setting up little nature altar and candles, and like calling in light for yourself. And the rejuvenation is like, it's like it just wants a celebration. Like it's already happening, it's already arising, but you're not seeing it because you're not shamanically experiencing it. So that's the call here. And I think that's wonderful. It's going to be so rejuvenating, and I think I might join you in that. It sounds really lovely. So thank you for your resilience. Thank you for your light. Thank you for the seeds that you're planting that are going to regenerate not only you, but like so many people, like are going to connect to your spirit and find so much to admire. Like you've just been in a moment where you had to kind of isolate and hide, almost like hide your light, but it's not even possible. So don't worry about it. You don't have to hide it. You just have to like keep your spears at the ready. It's like this card here. She's got her badass spear here. So what are your spears? Like it's like your intuition, your choice, your discernment, your ability to make healthy choices, your ability to decide to lead, your ability to speak up for yourself, to speak up for others, your ferocity, your bravery. Like I'm getting no sign of weakness here. Like there's so much strength, and you're not alone, even though you feel like you are. Like there's definitely support, a sense of like, yeah. I want to say that you are surrounded by light beings, and that's really what's gotten you all this way. Maybe even taking a time to like get to know them, like thank them, give them names if it feels right. Like think about like what would, if I had a circle of supportive light beings around me, call them fairies, angels, guides, call them ancestors. Like, what would they like to be called? Maybe there's a a word that arises for each kind of support you've been feeling, and just like taking the time to like light that candle for each one of those supports, and like acknowledging all the light that has been encircling you. I really get that sense. There's like, it keeps being like there's like this aura around you, this circle of light. Yeah, you're really powerful, and I really appreciate your energy. Thank you for being in my circle. It's it's not easy, this world, sometimes. I really feel that. I feel you. The thing that like cracks us open though reminds us like what is really important in life, like our relationship to ourself is probably the most important one. So keeping really, really nice to yourself, and don't you don't have to go this alone. So don't keep don't keep that idea. Like share your griefs and your joys, but like with the right tribe. You can see the light is coming in more and more. Yeah, that's it's like I love these sort of synchronicities that happen in the readings. The flame just got really tall too. That's like a very clear like yes, like yeah, just know how much you have to give. That's awesome. I'm really honored to know your spirit, and may so much fill your cup that it runneth over. And I hope to talk to you soon. Bye.